3.
Electoral Administration Amendment Bill number 2, first reading.
Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Simon Power.
Mr. Speaker, I move that the Electoral Administration Amendment Bill number 2 be now read a first time. At the appropriate time, I intend to move that the Electoral Administration Amendment Bill number 2 be referred to the Justice and Electoral Committee for consideration. This bill amends the Electoral Act in 3 significant respects. First, the bill completes the legislative changes required to establish a single integrated electoral agency with overarching responsibility for electoral administration. Previously, 3 electoral agencies were responsible for carrying out electoral administration, while by and large they have delivered a quality service. Several reviews have highlighted flaws in the system and have supported change. The Electoral Administration Amendment Act 2010 transferred the functions of the Chief Electoral Officer of the former Electoral Commission to a new Electoral Commission. This bill completes the second stage of the reform. It transfers the functions of the Chief Registrar of Electors, including responsibility for the electoral roll, from the Chief Executive of New Zealand Post Limited to the new Electoral Commission on 1 October 2012. Having a single entity with overarching responsibility will enable a more integrated and efficient electoral administration. Second, this bill will give effect to 3 recommendations made by the Justice and Electoral Committee following their inquiry into the 2008 general election. Electors' immigration status will be able to be checked at the same time their enrolment applications are processed, rather than after they are enrolled. This will help ensure that only New Zealand citizens or permanent residents can register as electors. The change will improve the integrity of the roll and, as a consequence, the validity of the vote. The bill also allows information on applicants for new and renewed New Zealand passports to be provided to the Registrar of Electors for enrolment purposes. Access to passport information will help maintain the accuracy of the roll and maximise enrolments. In addition, the bill will permit the destruction of paper enrolment records that are securely stored electronically to reduce storage and administration costs. Finally, this bill will give electors the ability to re-enrol and update their details online without having to complete and sign a written form. This is the first step in a process that will eventually allow electors to use the internet to enrol. Taking advantage of the internet will make it as simple as possible for people to participate in elections. I'd like to commend the electoral agencies involved in this structural reform for their hard work and professionalism during the transition. They have been working on the integration of the agencies at the same time as running a by-election. During this time, they have ensured that business as usual, including major preparation for next year's election, continues on track. I'm sure this bill will contribute to public confidence in our system, and I commend this bill to the House.
The question is that the motion be agreed to.
Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Leanne Dalzell.
Mr. Speaker, I rise to support the referral of the Electoral Administration Amendment Bill number 2 to the Select Committee, where obviously we will subject it to some scrutiny. We generally are supportive of the provisions that we have before us, given that it will give effect to the new Electoral Commission as the second part of what has been a 2-stage reform of electoral administration. Mr. Speaker, we do actually appreciate the way the Minister has been relatively consultative around these matters, and I do look forward to the additional appointments to the electoral.
Sorry to interrupt the honourable member. The time has come for me to leave the chair. This debate is interrupted. I shall resume the chair at 7:30.